Hello and welcome to the first real episode of the Fangirl Nation podcast. Introductions are out of the way, although, hello, I am Amber.
And I am Leah Briars.
Yeah. Thanks for coming back, you guys. Things we're going to be covering this week. Oscars predictions.
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice remakes / just classic book adaptations. Do we need more? Wuthering Heights, all that jazz. Bridgerton, our thoughts on Bridgerton, and Sarah J. Maas's ACOTAR announcements, because books 6 and 7 have been announced, one after the other.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy times.
But, Amber, before we start,
yeah,
how are you this week?
Oh, thanks. I'm good. Do you know what? I'm very happy because I can smell spring in the air.
So can I. My nose is already blocked. Hay fever season has begun.
Me too. Do you know what? I was listening our first episode. I sound very nasally. I'm like, is that just my voice or is it just...
It started to kick in.
Yeah. I do think I've realised that I am an adult because I am noticing spring, looking at the daffodils. What are the little daffodils called? Do you know the ones I mean?
No.
They look like mini daffodils.
Oh, when they're like... There's like loads.
There's loads of them, and it looks like an egg yolk in the middle.
Okay, you've lost me.
Sorry.
You've lost me.
This is irrelevant, but right, guys, let's get into it. Oscars predictions. We're only going to cover some of the big awards because then we're going to get onto the other topics. Otherwise, we'd be here all day.
Also, next week we're thinking of doing an Oscars episode.
Yeah, immediate reactions.
I'm excited.
I
love the Oscars. I love award season. Full stop.
Same.
You've kicked off award season quite well because you went to the BAFTAs.
I did go to the BAFTAs. Tipped my mum. It was great.
That was crazy.
It was crazy.
Also, a crazy BAFTAs to go to. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Going on. A lot of big awards. A lot of surprise awards.
Well, exactly. Best actor. The fact that Robert Aramayo isn't even nominated for an Oscar, but he won Best Actor at the BAFTAs. Crazy.
It's crazy. But I also think like the Academy and then the BAFTAs... Academy?
Yeah.
I think they're always academies, aren't they?
I don't
know. The Oscars Academy and the BAFTA Academy, they just have different things on their radar.
Weird, isn't it? I don't know. Is it the Oscars is just more American?
Yeah, totally. Whereas, you know, BAFTAs, it's the British Film Awards.
Well, yeah. They love a British movie.
Yeah, and good on British film.
Oh, no, yeah, absolutely. Because, like, at the BAFTAs, they've got Best British Film.
Yeah.
They don't have Best, like, American Film at the Oscars. That's just Best Picture.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think it's because a lot of time British cinema is, like, completely overlooked.
Well, because at the BAFTAs, they've got Best International Film, Best British Film, Best Film.
Mm-hmm.
And at the Oscars, it's International Film and Best
Because I
Picture.
think British films can be in Oscars international films, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But why don't the Oscars have a Best American Picture? I think it's because they are like the centre of their own world.
So
that is just Best Picture. That is just that. Like Best Picture, that is just...
Greatest country in the world!
Yeah. But speaking of, okay, let's touch on Best Actor.
Okay.
Do you think Timothée Chalamet is going to win that Oscar? At the start of this award season, I was saying, do you think Timmy is going to win his Oscar? I'm not saying that anymore because I thought it was going to be a given, but I don't think that anymore.
So I'm going to hold my hands up here. I haven't watched Marty Supreme. I will watch it before the Oscars happen, and I know it's a very bad prep. I've watched a lot of the films. It's just Marty Supreme I haven't watched, and maybe a few others.
Leah hasn't watched several of the key movies that we are going to discuss. To be fair, I haven't watched Hamlet.
Right, that is your fault. You said we see the one battle after another together, and then you saw it without me.
When did I say that?
You did. I'll pull the receipts up.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Convenient.
Sorry, you went and watched Hamlet without me.
Yeah, we never said we were going to see that together.
Guys, I've just I keep meaning to watch Hamlet. Casper and I have actually gone to book tickets a few times and been like, we just don't want to cry tonight. Yeah. And Jessie Buckley, I think, obviously she's going to win. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she is.
100%. I think that is the only definite, is it they call it a lock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to Timmy. I think also there's because it came out this year.
Yeah.
And it had such a massive press tour, which was amazing for an A24 film. Because usually they have slightly smaller budgets than, the big blockbusters. I think it was A24's biggest budget they ever spent.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I don't think I like his style of Oscar campaign. And I don't know if the Academy likes it either.
What do you mean his style? What, really in your face?
In your face. Just out and, just calling himself one of the greats. Saying he wants to be one of the greats. It's very just I don't know. Well, it's a lot.
I thought that speech was lovely. He didn't say he was the great. He said he was always aspiring.
No,
to
yeah,
the greats
But
in the
did he
room.
not just do a big thing where he sat down and went through his career with people who were involved?
Oh, I've not seen that.
I think I'm pretty sure he did. Maybe we should fact check this, but I'm pretty sure he did this whole big evening of a look back at his career. But I think to do that yourself.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Also, I sound like a Timmy apologist.
No, I like him, but it's not very modest. Do we have to be modest? No, but it's very brash. I don't know.
No, it's not very British.
It's not very British.
And we're two very British girls.
Yeah.
So I will also be
that's
very
why,
American.
It wasn't going to work at the BAFTAs. But is it going to work at the Oscars? I don't know.
I think it was the Marty Supreme press tour happened, and then we basically went straight into the beginning of the award season, and he won the first big one.
Yeah.
And then so everyone was like clean sweep throughout, but then he hasn't won anything since.
I don't like the way he's dressing right now either. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Right. What did Timothée Chalamet do to you?
I used to love him. Something's clearly...
What did he wrong you at the BAFTAs?
No. If you go back and you look at all his looks from previous like red carpets, award seasons, he always had this very like flamboyant, almost feminine way of dressing.
Yeah.
I think that really suited him. Right. And his face and everything. But now, if you look at everything he's been wearing this award season, he's basically worn the same Givenchy suit in various colours.
Okay, fine.
There's not... It's more classic male.
Right.
He's not experimenting anymore with the fun, feminine, flamboyant looks. And I just... men rarely do anything different on the red carpet anyway.
Yeah.
I think maybe he's trying to be taken more seriously.
I think
big boy boots.
That's what I'm thinking. It's big boy boots. I think I'm trying to be a very serious actor.
Very serious actor. Very serious relationship.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win?
Who are the nominees?
Guys, this is not like a super serious film and TV podcast.
Serious. Amber, it's very serious.
Very serious stuff. Leonardo DiCaprio is nominated. I do not think he's going to win. He was great in One Battle After Another. You haven't seen it, so you have no input.
No, but I watched the trailer.
Look, it's not his... No, it's not an Oscar-winning performance. He's great in it, but no. I really want Michael B. Jordan to win.
Right, I have, and I will never take an award away from a black king. However...
Okay. However, as if you're like, who gave you the power to do that anyway?
However, what I'd say about Sinners, I came away not thinking, wow, Michael B. Jordan was great in that. I came away thinking that cast was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I feel that was an ensemble piece. I think Michael B. Jordan was fantastic. I think what he had to do to play the two roles and the nuances, like he had physical nuances, like one of the twins had dimples. What? How do you do that? And then, like, I think that is absolutely phenomenal and what a feat as an actor. But I don't think that film shone his light, but not in a bad way. I think it was just such a beautiful ensemble piece. I don't think you could have taken anything away from that. I think if they were all up for Best Supporting Actor, they could have all got it.
Yeah. No, I think what he did was outstanding.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking that away from them.
No, because I think a lot of the best acting work is in the subtlety and the amount of work he had to do to play those twins. I mean, also think sometimes in awards, it's a little bit of a way up between the performance they give and the time in their career. Like, I think a lot of people might be behind him for this. Also, I definitely didn't think he was he even had a chance at winning this Oscar until he won at the Actors Awards. Sorry. When everyone was at these Actors Awards, I was like, what the hell is that?
It's awards season, baby. There's so many.
No, but it's the SAG Awards.
Oh, is that what
they've
renamed it? Got you.
Yeah,
fine.
and so I was like, what the hell is the Actor Awards? What is this new?
Right, got you. I just know there's so many. It's like one every week. I'll be so happy if he wins it. I think he was absolutely phenomenal in it. I think on that set, because although he was putting in so much hard work being those two twins, it's the other people who have to react to him not being there or talking to two people or, you know, like, I feel like everyone on that set seems like very giving as in terms of actors and like open. So that made such a beautiful film. Beautiful, kind of scary.
Okay, then. So then moving on to film.
Okay.
Do you think it will win Best Picture?
Because what's it? There's 8 nominees for Best Pictures, right?
I don't know.
There's quite a lot. There's Begonia, there's Sentimental Values. There's Sentimental Values. There's Secret Agent. Is F1? No.
I think sadly.
Okay, I watched F1 the other day.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I thought it was good.
There's lots of films I enjoy. Doesn't mean they should be nominated for Best Picture.
And then we've got like Hamnet. We've got...
I think One Battle After Another is definitely going to win. 100%. If you're talking about a supporting cast, that is a fantastic ensemble.
Okay.
Like, unbelievably good.
Yeah, Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
I'm not...
Chase Infinity.
I will be watching it this weekend.
Yeah.
Promise you. Promise you.
Gotta watch it before the Oscars at least.
Yeah. I also fancy Tiana Taylor so much. I think she's so beautiful.
She's fit.
She's so gorgeous in the way she holds herself.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Okay. I guess those are what even are our predictions? Those are our opinions, in case you're interested.
Best supporting, I think, goes to All the Sinners.
I see, this is the thing, because you haven't watched One Battle After Another.
Okay, fine. Yes, I know, it's annoying.
Two of the leads, not the leads, two of the supporting cast are nominated, which is interesting because then you're kind of splitting the vote.
Which I think is really interesting.
I think Sean Penn will win.
I haven't watched it, so this
No,
is
I know.
really unhelpful.
Well, guys.
But one thing I will say is, from watching the films this year, watching films this year, I'm finding child actors are phenomenal nowadays.
Better and better.
They are getting so good. The boy in Hamnet, I was in floods of tears. Like, he was absolutely brilliant. Oh, it was just so gorgeous. And like, I don't think some actors who are adults could do what the boy did in Hamnet.
Well, I mean, the fact that Owen Cooper, he's booked and busy. He's been on an awards streak. He's like the youngest to win all 4 like American awards or something.
Yeah, and as he should. He was absolutely phenomenal in Adolescence. Like, he was so chilling.
Booked and busy.
Good for you, mate. Good for you, Owen.
But that leads me to, he was in Wuthering Heights. No, I don't think enough people have been talking about the fact that he was in Wuthering Heights.
And he was brilliant in Wuthering Heights. He was so good in Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
One of the best performances.
I wish they could have grown him up and had him play adult Heathcliff.
Yes, unfortunately, time machines don't exist.
Yeah, no. But speaking of classic book adaptations, the first little teaser trailer for the new Pride and Prejudice Netflix series has come out. What do we think?
I'm excited.
Me too. I love Dolly Alderton.
Yes.
I love the fact that it is a series. Give me more meat to dig into.
Exactly.
I'm a hardcore Pride and Prejudice fan. I know some people are like, we don't need this remake. I will take as many as I can get, okay? Because once a year, I probably go back and rewatch definitely the 2005 adaptation, but also the BBC.
Who's in the 2005 one?
Matthew McFadden, Keira Knightley.
Okay, that one, yep.
Who's your favourite Mr. Darcy?
That is, I say, my top one. Yeah. And I've only seen 2, to be honest.
The BBC adaptation.
Those are the big 2.
The others are also older, so then you're kind of like,
yeah,
not as quality.
I will go back.
I do love the BBC one, but do you know why I love the BBC one? Because it's longer and they can fit more from the books. So maybe the Netflix adaptation is going to be more of a balance. But I don't think you can beat Matthew McFadden as Mr. Darcy.
Yeah, he was absolutely fantastic.
And the way that film was shot and filmed was so beautiful. All of those beautiful, like, golden hour shots, the sunrise, him walking across the field or whatever. Do you know what was so funny about that as well? So it's set in Regency period and everyone loves the outfits in the Pride and Prejudice 2005 remake. But the director was like, Regency outfits are ugly and unflattering. So he, like, went forward in time a bit.
Oh.
So the costumes actually aren't realistic.
Creative license.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Who cares?
There's so many adaptations.
And see, this is the thing. Like, people are really, really precious about adaptations. Leah, how many Pride and Prejudice adaptations do you think there have been? Take a guess.
I have no idea.
Guess.
I'd say, like, are we talking about, like, inspired by or just Pride and Prejudice?
Pride and Prejudice.
Film and TV?
Yeah. Adaptations.
I'd go 7.
Over a dozen.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, over a dozen. Do you know how many Wuthering Heights adaptations there have been?
Well, now I'm shocked. Tell me.
No, you have to guess.
5.
Over 35.
Shit.
There have been over 35 Wuthering Heights adaptations. So I think a lot of the discourse about people being, you know, people saying, oh, this isn't realistic, make it realistic to the books. I think go and watch one of the other 35 Wuthering Heights adaptations. Because at this point, you can't, what are you adding if you're doing a remake and you're not doing something different? The thing is, these aren't religious texts, but they have become so big and like they've become such a big thing in people's minds that it's like sacrilegious. It has to be like.
Do you think it needs to go the same way as like Romeo and Juliet has gone? So in terms of like most modern love stories are based off Romeo and Juliet. We just don't call it that. We just don't call it that. We just move on. We realise that it's such fantastic source material for inspiration and we just move on. Because I think that's what happened with the Wuthering Heights thing.
But the thing is, I don't even care that it's got the same name.
Right.
And you know what? Let me tell you this, people. If you can remake it yourself. They exist in the public domain.
Yeah.
Anyone can make them. If you don't know what this is, right? When a piece of work, a piece of, what is it, like literature, when the author has been dead for, I want to say 75 years, it then exists in the public domain. Anyone can make an adaptation. There is no like copyright or trademark issues. So all these people being annoyed at Emerald Fennell, do you know what? She's allowed to make whatever version of anything she wants.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I also feel like the Emerald Fennell adaptation of Wuthering Heights, absolutely stunning, beautiful, like beautifully shot. I feel like she's used the source material in quite a boring way. I felt like because she took away the racial element and the kind of revenge element, there were just minimal stakes in that film. I just felt I just didn't care the whole time.
I think Margot Robbie was miscast, personally.
Right.
Because I thought she's just like, It's just like this bratty woman. I don't understand. If you're naive, it makes sense. Like young and naive.
Yeah.
But it didn't give young and naive. It was confusing.
It was giving a bit brat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know she's meant to be bratty, but it didn't make sense in my brain. But again, that's, like I say, I would actually, maybe some of these TikTokers should like make their own adaptations. I know obviously budget is a problem.
Yeah.
But like, anyone can.
Anyone can, not everyone does. Do you know what I mean? And I think when you go out, you need to just kind of expect that you're going to have backlash around those things.
Absolutely.
And I feel it's a shame because there was a big budget for that and there was lots of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. What do we think of Jack Lowden and Emma Corrin?
I love Emma Corrin.
Me too.
I think she's absolutely fantastic. I also find it so interesting that she's such a big actress, but every time I see her, I don't see Emma Corrin. I see whoever
she is
her
a
character
fantastic character actress. People are not happy though about the little teaser we got of, is it Jack Lowden or Jack Lowden? Lowden, I want to say.
Lowden?
Yeah, Jack Lowden. Because I think he's a very handsome man, and I don't think that teaser trailer did him justice.
What, the bit on the horse?
Yeah.
Wasn't the best angle for him.
But I'm excited. We've got a Sense and Sensibility remake coming out. Look, they're doing all these adaptations, remakes of all these familiar movies, books. Surely there's some more source material from that time. If people want to do a period drama, why don't we start looking for like more obscure books?
Yeah, like,
is that all there is? Like, in 200 years, are they just going to be remaking The Hunger Games and Harry Potter? And people think, was that all there? Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's like Disney as well. Disney are just doing like live action remakes of everything. There must be some more source material.
There must be.
Well, they made Hoppers, which is new.
That's new and fantastic, by the way.
We're going to watch that this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm forcing Amber to watch it again.
I want to see it again.
But I guess from the period dramas, there must be more. You read?
I do.
You read anything else?
What about Villette?
What about Villette?
Where are the Villette adaptations? I googled it this morning and they were like, it's too, what's the word? It's too like in her mind.
What do you mean in her mind?
Like, there's not enough going on in the book. It's more just her own thoughts. But still, I would just do some other... Look, I've got all the classics on my shelf there.
Well, Amber, why don't you pick one and you do it?
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start a little crowdfunder. Yeah. So that's the thing. Movie producers, directors, maybe just do some more obscure. But it's easy, isn't it, though? If you're like, we're doing a Pride and Prejudice adaptation.
You've sold tickets.
It's gonna slap. Well, is it gonna slap? But people are gonna watch it.
People
You're
will
not selling
watch
tickets,
it.
It's Netflix.
People love a hate watch as well. People decide beforehand if they hate something.
But I will be there. And same with Sense and Sensibility. I'm very excited.
Talking about periods. Periods?
Period dramas, Bridgerton.
I'm a Bridgerton stan. I love Bridgerton.
I love Bridgerton, but I have now fallen down a hole on TikTok of like seeing season 1, season 2. Very different show. Very different. Yeah. And I know that season 1 was still shocking to people when it first came out with all the vibrancy and the colours and, not book accurate at this point. It's just like a... What's the word? It's like a soap. It's like a soap that is like... dressed in bright colours and they're wearing Regency outfits. But
stunning, and I love it.
But season 1 was at least like, there was no cut crease eyeshadows, no acrylic nails.
But I think they took everyone's comments from season 3.
Penelope's still got a cut crease.
Just a subtle one. Is there such thing as a subtle cut crease?
Yeah.
You know, I can see the Dyson Air Wraps in their hair, and you know what? Good for them. Good for them.
I did enjoy this season. I really liked it.
First, I'm a season 3 apologist. I like season 3. I know everyone hated it.
I hate Penelope.
Oh, fair.
Like, that's all there is. I can't get past it. Fair. I don't think she's a likeable character. Yeah. They tried their best.
Best. Everyone hated the pit bull in the carriage. I love Mr. Worldwide.
No, man. Colin's mewing as well.
Sorry, you moved away from Mr. Worldwide too quickly, Amber.
Side note, we need to go and watch Pitbull at Hyde Park BST this summer. I will be there in my bold cap.
Yeah, they're doing a world record. Have you seen?
No.
So it's like they're doing a world record for the most amount of bold caps in one
place. When and where?
I think it started with Greg James on Radio 1, and he was like, let's make that happen with Jack Remington or something. I don't know where it came from, and then it's been co-signed by Pitbull and his team, and it's happening.
Okay.
So we're going to go in bold caps.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to get some tickets, but I'll be there.
I'll be there. I'm very happy that they didn't give Benedict a Bridgerton makeover. They didn't try to like... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did he have sideburns in season 1? Is my question. Because didn't they all have sideburns? So I think they all
just removed them.
They all had a subtle makeover. Because the sideburns were crazy.
The sideburns were a lot. And no, I like this season. I really like Yeren and Luke.
This season did make me hate Benedict though. Because I was just like, why are you so dumb? Why are you so dumb?
He's a man in the 1800s. Like,
no, I understand the whole like Cinderella trope and all of that, but it was pissing me off in the first half. The first drop, the first 4 episodes, I went, are you thick? The whole time I was like, are you thick?
Oh, what? He doesn't recognise her?
Yeah, I was like, are you a dum-dum?
I got to go to a Q&A with the cast. Leah was busy. I didn't invite her.
Sorry, I got other friends.
Yeah, and someone in the audience asked, like, why could he not recognise Sophie? And he was like, listen, I think it was also, he was like, let's give the guy a break. And he was like, it also symbolises...
What break?
A lot about
what else is he doing?
It symbolises a lot about what he's going through and where he is in his life. It's like not quite connecting the dots. Like, he never wanted to get married. Mm-hmm. He was very much against this whole idea of conforming. He was just sowing his wild oats, living a crazy time, you know? And so I think it was also him not being able to marry, like, those realities. That was part of it. Like, not being able to see what was right in front of him because he wasn't ready yet. He wasn't there. He do you know what I mean?
What a load of wank.
Yeah, I know.
What a load
In the books, though, it's 2 years.
Okay.
I love the fact, though, that he was in a love triangle with 2 of the same women. That is so funny. He's like, which one do I choose between?
But what was annoying me the most was he was like painting her and drawing her.
They also looked so much like her.
Yeah. And then couldn't be like,
I do think the reaction was a little bit underwhelming as well.
Oh, what, when he found out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would be like...
You've been painting and drawing her for years.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I also... What people didn't like in season 3, which I did like in season 3, people have come round to this year, which is like all the side stories.
Side stories this year were great.
The Queen and Lady Danbury was really pulling at my heartstrings. When they're having that crazy dramatic giggle-thon, even though it was like a bit intense, I was still like, so cute. Man.
Also, sad times for Tracy Beaker's mum and her man. That came out of nowhere.
That was silly.
Unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary. Was he at the wedding in the Avengers end of credits scene?
Sorry, I haven't even seen it yet. I've been seeing on TikTok the wedding scene. Sorry, what the fuck kind of decision was that?
That was
to put
so
the wedding in the end credits
random.
Scene.
And we need to stop this end of credits. Avengers did it.
You can do it if you're at the cinema.
No, you can only do it if you're a Marvel film. Stop.
No, but in the cinema at least. Who is waiting for a post-credit scene sat at home on their couch?
Also, doesn't Netflix... Well, actually, I've turned off my autoplay, but I know a lot of people have an autoplay. It starts something new. So it's not really fair.
And it was a very important scene from what I have seen on TikTok.
Yeah, they got married. He filled in her face in one of his paintings.
What the fuck? I still haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to. What the hell?
Also, everyone, turn off your autoplay on Netflix because will I be damned? Netflix telling me what I'm gonna watch next. I find it so presumptuous. I hate it.
Me too. Also, I really thought Benedict meant he was going in the back door in the bath. When he was like, turn around, I thought, bold.
Whoa. Bold!
I think that's what everyone thought.
I did think that too. And then I saw his hand placement.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
I was watching like them doing some press junket and apparently the water was like boiling hot.
Oh.
And also it was like the biggest bath. So apparently she kept like floating away. And he was like squeezing her really tight. Oh,
wow.
I love it. So fun.
I really hope that it's Eloise's season next. I think it is.
Yeah. I think they've teased it. I think they've said it is.
Fantastic. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm really, because I really like Eloise and I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Her falling in love when she doesn't want to.
I think the same way you feel about Penelope, I feel about Eloise.
Oh,
however, this season, I've come round a bit to Eloise because I'm like, oh, thank God, someone has pulled her down a peg or two because she was just screaming and shouting and I was like,
give it a rest.
Calm down.
I do think that the whole, like, them trying to fix the situation of Sophie being a maid didn't go where I thought it was going. I thought he was going to find out in the will that like she is actually like legitimate or something because that lie that they've told is just a house of cards waiting to collapse. Well, she's just someone's cousin. You just tell a lie and that's it.
And that's how it works.
Surely the new Lord what's his face, Cho Chang.
Also crazy.
Yeah, the fact that she's Cho Chang. But who? You know how it's Lord, whatever. You know how they got kicked out of their house because of... Surely he could turn around and be like, she ain't my cousin. Well, she's not related to me.
No, they didn't say he was related to him. It was related. You know who her actual
Not him, her dad.
is?
Yeah. But this nude guy is the Lord because he didn't have an heir.
But I think they're saying he's the actual dad who's dead, who can't confirm or deny.
It's giving like, in the Hannah Montana movie when the whole town swore to protect her secret. It's like everyone that ever knew she was a maid.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
Yeah, and I love it. Love it for them.
Surely there's some salty maid in the back that's like,
fuck this, but then no one's gonna believe a maid. So they've done it, and the queen knows it's a lie.
Yeah,
they made it really clear that she knew it was a lie because also, what's in my face told her beforehand.
I love how guys the accuracy were like, what's his face and what's in my face.
We need to get back.
You know who we're talking about.
Our research. I watched the. We will get significantly.
You better, sorry guys. You know who we mean.
Yeah. Well, it's also because Bridgerton's. I've been watching so much TV at the moment. TV is off the chain at the moment.
It's so good right now. There is so much. I'm flummoxed. I'm overwhelmed.
I'm just going from season to series to blah 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 blah. It's crazy. What? Have you watched anything else recently?
Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Unbelievable. I might go so far as to say it's better than Game of Thrones. It's definitely better than House of the Dragon.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Do I have to watch season 2 of House of the Dragon to watch? Okay, fine.
It's not related at all. You don't even need to watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, well, I guess it's prequel.
Because it's a prequel.
Prequel. Yeah.
This is set before House of the... No, after.
Sorry. Yeah. But before Game of Thrones. Because don't they reference some of the characters in Game of the Thrones?
It's kind of wholesome and fun.
Oh,
it's really cute. You'll love it. Speaking of child actors,
fantastic.
He's so cute. I want to adopt him.
Is this the egg person?
Egg.
Egg. Just egg.
It's so cute seeing how excited he was to shave his head. The surprise of my life when I went to go watch the next episode, and it was the last episode, because the episodes are only 30 minutes.
How many episodes
There's
were
only
there?
8.
Stop this now.
Week by week, waiting for 30 minutes.
Stop this.
I know.
Also,
bring back 22 episode seasons.
Exactly what I was going to say.
Bring back 22 episode seasons.
Every year, twice a year, bring them back.
Who made the decision? Bring back seasonal episodes. Oh, it's a little Christmas episode.
Yes, sir.
Like a Christmas episode of Bridgerton. Not Bridgerton. But like...
Why not? Why not?
A Christmas episode of...
Christmas TV has gone downhill recently as well.
I want filler. Just bring back, not filler in my face. I want filler episodes.
Do you know what? I will say, anyway, anyone that doesn't know, I'm an EastEnders watcher, okay? I've been watching it since I was 12, and I don't think I've missed an episode.
Fucking crazy, that.
Right, so EastEnders went through a really bad patch of like really bad, boring filler episodes. Recently, the Branning family brought it all back. They had this absolutely stunning filler episode when it was all them just hungover. There was a pregnancy scandal, but it wasn't really, but it kind of was. And it was such filler, but so stunning. Bring it back. And also, could I talk to the showrunner at EastEnders? Leave Patrick Truman alone. Right down the barrel. Leave him alone. Leave that poor man alone. Okay? Please.
I wasn't allowed to watch EastEnders growing up.
Why?
I don't know. I wasn't allowed to watch any of those.
But you were allowed to watch anything.
That's so true. I know. I don't know. My mum had a thing, and she also like very judgmental about people who would watch them.
Fair. Just drama on your doorstep kind of thing.
But soaps.
Yeah.
Coronation Street, Emmerdale.
It's the only way I relate to my nana. Like, it's the only thing we have something to talk about. Because she watches absolutely everything. She watches like international ones. She watches telenovelas. She watches Nigerian soaps. She doesn't speak Spanish. She just like watches for vibes.
I love that.
I'm watching Paradise season 2. So good.
What is it about?
Right. So I will try and explain what it's about with zero spoilers. Well, maybe 15 minutes. First 15 minutes spoilers, but then I'll try and keep it. But it's hard, okay? Mm-hmm. So my explanation of it is actually quite boring. So it's about the American president, right, being assassinated, and it's about his security detail. Uh-huh. However, it is so good. And also, anyone that listened to last week's, it's my favourite genre. But that's all I'm going to say.
What do you mean anyone who listened to last week's
episode?
Oh, what, dystopian?
Yeah. It's my favourite genre, but I'm not going to say how.
Oh, okay? Yes. Is this the one that's in the White House and it zooms out all the time and it's like all the different people who work there?
No.
Oh, that's something else.
Yeah. It's got Sterling K. Brown in it,
name?
who we love. It is his name.
Yeah.
Who we love, and I think he's absolutely phenomenal. And that explanation of it is really boring. But guys, just give the first episode of season 1 a go.
What's it on?
It is on Disney Plus, and Disney Plus is bringing out crackers.
Okay, speaking of the dystopian genre, right? We've just had the ACOTAR announcement from Sarah J. Maas. She was on the Call Her Daddy podcast. And she was talking about how when she was getting her book published, at the time, dystopian was very much a thing, and Hunger Games was coming out, and people were like, this isn't what the people want to see. They want to see dystopian.
And those people were speaking for me personally.
I know, I thought of you right away. But we do have next 2 ACOTAR books coming out. Have you read them?
Well, okay, so the ACOTAR series is a series where everyone's like, wait until the second book.
Yeah.
And I have started. I will read it by the end of this year. I will read it by this summer.
I have a confession to make, which is that I haven't read the last one, and I haven't read the last Crescent City book. But I also want you all to know that I was there before it was cool. I read Throne of Glass when it was on Kindle Unlimited in like 2019 or something, and I was like, what are these fantastic books? And then I read ACOTAR, and it was unbelievable. And then when it became like, it got all this hype, I was like, good for her, because these books were unbelievable. But now I think I am going to have to try and read all 19 books that are published before these next 2 come out, because I think it's going to be kind of like the Avengers. Everything, all universe is coming together.
What, you're going to read them all again?
Well, I think it's going to be like ACOTAR, Throne of Glass, and Crescent City. She brings them all together. And I think this is going to be a big uniting of all the worlds. So that's a challenge I'm going to set myself.
When they're bringing out the films.
Smart, though.
It is very smart. But when they bring out the films, I'll take a TV. Give me a TV series so I can really get to know the characters.
She spoke about this. She says right now she's focused on the books, because then she wants to be very much involved with the TV series, which I am happy about.
Right.
Because she will oversee it and make sure it's perfect. These books will come out, and then she can give it her all.
So these are the last 2 she's writing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Incredible, though. She announced 2 at the same time. Or maybe there's 3 coming out. But one was coming out in October and one's coming out in January.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So like back to back.
Back to back.
Do you know what? I love that, because I think content is important, like bringing it out. Yeah. I'm sick of waiting 5 years or 2 years or whatever.
They're getting a bit quicker now.
Yeah. Especially with the authors. Big clap for the authors.
Yeah.
They're bringing them out.
Something she also spoke about, which I thought was interesting, was how even now people do kind of reduce those books to smut. And she's like, just because sex is in them, there's also not even that much sex in Throne of Glass, because those are very much YA. It only gets really graphic in ACOTAR kind of books 2 onwards. She's like, sex is actually like, it's a very real part of life.
Yeah.
And it is.
100%.
It's weird that as soon as you start putting sex in your books, that's what it gets reduced to, because it is definitely not all the books are about. Those
Definitely
books are fantastic fantasy books.
Yeah, like, well, I've read maybe a quarter of the first ACOTAR book. No smart, just world building.
And the sex is important because it's how these characters are bonding, and I don't know, the girls want a little bit of smut, and they also want the rest of the book. People are acting like the smut is the book, and it's not.
No, but it's like, I think it's a very important part of romance.
Yeah.
To have something in there.
Yeah. It's realistic.
Exactly.
The rest of the books aren't, because they're fantasy.
If you need to, just turn the page.
But I actually I am saying all this. I don't love smut in books.
No, you don't.
It gives me a bit of the ick.
I was reading some of the heated Rivalry, like page 2.
Out loud. And I was like, no. I like it when there's build up. And then it happens and it's great. I don't like it when it's like then a lot. Then I'm like, I'm getting bored now.
Yeah.
Because there's no tension. It's like as soon as the characters get together, I'm not interested.
I think what's really interesting about heated Rivalry, I know it's at the moment, it's like, wow, the smart capital. I don't think it is that like intense. Well, it is intense, but like what's really beautiful within the book is it dies down, as in it starts quite like a
sexual,
lot, which is I think quite realistic for a relationship.
Yeah,
and it's just love and romance.
I mean, well, sex is a very important part of relationships.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Huh. Revolutionary.
Yeah. Shocking. I think that's everything. Apart from Leah, what are you fangirling over this week?
Right, I've written it down, I think.
Oh.
Okay, mine is on the Bridgerton theme.
Yeah.
And it is not specifically like Bridgerton or anything like that. It's just, I love when they, if someone's doing something a bit weird and bizarre and they go, "Are you well?"
What?
They just go, "Are you well?"
In Bridgerton?
Yeah, they just go, "Are
You're
you
fangirling
well?"
over a specific sentence.
I just love it. I've started using it in real life.
Are you well?
Are you well?
Are you well, brother?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so sassy. Are you well? If they ask you a stupid question, are you well?
Are you quite well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, mine's not very interesting.
Yeah, what are you fangirling over?
I really had to think about this.
Right.
I've just been listening to a lot of old school Lana Del Rey.
Oh,
on my
lovely.
walks.
Lovely.
Do you know why? I think because when I first listened to like her early albums when I was a teenager, it was like, you know, I was probably 14, 15, thinking about my future life, about wanting to be this sort of glamorous woman, potentially. And now I'm listening to it and I'm like, I think I'm living my dream life.
Amber, that's so lovely.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I love that for you.
And
that sounded really patronising. It wasn't patronising. I meant it.
For you. But I think that's what I'm enjoying it.
That's put a spring in my step.
Aww.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, big up Lana. Big up you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. I hope you found our Oscars. The Oscars predictions has actually cracked me up because we didn't predict anything. We haven't watched half the movies. I don't think either of us have watched one of the same movie. What's one movie we both watched?
F1.
Yeah, one bad after another. No. Marty Supreme. No.
Hamlet. No.
But we both watched one of them.
You know.
I think we're approaching it from a very real life point of view. Who has time to watch all the movies?
I will try and watch like at least 80% of them before it starts.
Actually,
We'll see what happens on the 16th.
We'll see. We'll react.
15th? When's the Oscars?
The 15th. Sunday the 15th.
Sunday the 15th. But
I don't know if I've
basically the
ever
16th
sat and
in the
watched the
UK.
whole thing.
I have.
It's too late.
Yeah, sometimes I'm up.
And it's on a Sunday. It was always school the next day.
Yeah, sometimes I watch
But we will be watching.
Well, I think that's enough ramble.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And absolute brain farts from us this week.
No, but I enjoyed it.
So did I.
Thanks, guys.
Hope you guys found it all right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.